Okay.
Hello, everybody. My name is Ricardo Cabrera, and today we are talking with Jordan Bailey, who is the field coordinator for the Philanthropiece Foundation, and they're located in Longmont. And Jordan, welcome. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, hi, Ricardo. Hi, everyone. I'm Jordan Bailey. I'm the field coordinator, like Ricardo mentioned, with Philanthropiece Foundation, based here in Longmont, Colorado. I've been with Philanthropiece for about a decade now, but I got my start with Peace Corps, Ecuador, in 2005, 2007, and that's kind of where I got my start into this social issue field. From there, I discovered Philanthropiece a couple of years later, and I was a volunteer down in Mexico working on a lot of different programs, but specifically our economic justice program. And last little thing, I got a little 2-year-old running around. You might hear him on this phone call that we have going on. So, yeah.
Wow, very nice. So Philanthropiece then is an international group. It's not just Longmont.
Right. So we have 2 international programs. We have explored other areas, but we've landed with Guatemala and Mexico. So we have, working with indigenous Mayan youth in Guatemala, and then we have an economic justice program in Mexico. And they both are their own civil association, so they're their own nonprofit, which is really neat to us.
Cool. So you mentioned you're the economic justice master. So there are other divisions in Philanthropiece. It's not just economic justice that you do. You guys do other things as well.
Right. So we touch up on, well, we have 4 initiatives, exploring 5 initiatives, but indigenous rights, immigration rights with Latinx leadership, economic justice, like you said, and then climate justice. We're starting to look into, or we are involved with youth engagement and community engagement as well.
Wow, that sounds interesting. A lot of different things that Philanthropiece Foundation does here in Longmont and internationally. So Mexico, Guatemala, Longmont, that's great. So then tell me about what you do specifically, the economic justice program.
Yeah, so even though we're based in Longmont, we would say our geographic scope is Boulder County within Colorado. Okay. But specifically with the economic justice program, what does that mean? Basically, we know, or what we're trying to provide is access, just, fair, equitable, whatever word you want to use, but basically fair financial products to the targeted populations. I'll give a really quick example. A lot of banks, will charge certain populations, certain folks, a monthly maintenance fee or higher interest rates for their loans or whatever it may be. But if I were to ask you, Ricardo, or ask myself, and I, had no money in the bank account at one time, I've never paid for a monthly maintenance fee. We don't believe that's fair, that they're charging some community members a monthly maintenance fee and then others not. So what we're trying to do is we're going into the banks, asking a lot of questions and making sure that they have these equitable, inclusive products for everyone in the community. So a couple programs that we're working on underneath the banner of economic justice is community savings groups. So this is a worldwide movement. I actually learned about it in Ecuador. In Mexico, there's over 100 groups since 2010, 2011, since the beginning of the program when we started it there. And basically what it is, it's a group of people coming together that know and trust each other. They're having a habit of saving, they're building community, having access to small loans, and then learning about financial education. So that's one part of economic justice, that people can have this alternative option to the traditional options. But on top of that, we understand that folks need that bridge to the traditional options, like, loan services from banks or checking accounts. So that's where we are doing a lot more homework based off what the community is saying Hey, Jordan, I'm paying a non-sufficient fee on a regular basis. Hey, Jordan, I'm paying a monthly maintenance fee. Hey, Jordan, my auto loan is 20%. That doesn't seem fair. So that's when we go in and we ask a lot of questions and we try to identify community partners, financial institutions that are willing to be a little bit more flexible with their services for the entire population. That can mean undocumented, DACA, documented, it doesn't matter.
Right. So that was going to be one of my questions. I mean, you talked about inclusiveness, and you also talked about a targeted population. So you're talking about the minorities, at large, low income, and undocumented populations.
Exactly. This program is open to anyone, but when we say the word targeted communities, yes, undocumented folks, DACA, immigrants, refugees, elderly, youth, there's a lot of different populations. But since this program is coming from Mexico, we have all of our information in Spanish. So right now, our 4 community savings groups that we have, it's all Spanish speaking groups. They're all immigrants. The vast majority are from Mexico. But yeah, so the targeted population is, like you just said, it's the marginalized community members here in Boulder County.
Well, very nice. So then tell me about your community savings groups. I mean, that's an interesting concept to me. So you guys help organize the groups that want to start a savings group. Is that right? Because you don't do it yourself. You just help, I guess, neighborhoods, if you will, create their own savings group, and you just help them legalize it, incorporate it and manage it, and whatever else they need to do.
Exactly. So we partner with folks like you all, Latino Chamber of Commerce or El Paso or Intercambio or Boulder Housing Partners. And we talk about what is this idea of community savings groups. And if community partners and community members like the idea, we give what's called mini platicas, these informational sessions. And so basically what these community savings groups are is that group of people coming together on a regular basis, and they're going to save money. Build that habit, that culture of saving on a weekly basis. We don't care if it's $5, $10, $1.50. We want people to build that habit of savings so they have that colchon, that security blanket for themselves. Maybe their goal is $500 of savings, or $1,000, or 3 months of their expenses saved. Those are type of goals that they're establishing. We're nudging a little bit, but they're the ones that are saying, this is the goal I want for myself. From there, we know when 10 people come around a table and start talking, they're gonna talk about other issues. They're gonna talk about, maybe bullying in schools, their child education, health, obesity, whatever it may be. And we know that there's power in people and there's power in money as well, that they might be able to support each other in whatever these issues that they're bringing to the table. So we've seen a lot of amazing outcomes because of the community savings groups. In Mexico, I'll give one quick example. There was one group, started off with 10 people. It's now 45 people. They've started a co-op. They've started a restaurant, and they're employing their own community savings group members. And they just use the community savings group kind of as that base, as that foundation, and then they grew it from there. So it's really neat. And then the last 2 points I'll add in there is they'll have access to capital. A lot of folks just need $100, $500, $1,000 sometimes, whether it's to start a business, maybe it's a shirt business, maybe it's to keep your lights on in the house, maybe it's for education for your kiddos, but some people just need small capital to start whatever it is that they need. And then the final piece I'll add is financial education. We have an interesting system here in the United States where, your credit score is very important. And if you don't have a credit score, then it's going to be a little bit more challenging to get a fair interest rate. So we have to play the game. Unfortunately, And so we tried to provide financial education. We're not financial experts, but we bridge them to the financial experts that are in our community, that are willing to work with different populations, that are bilingual, bicultural, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow, that's great. That's music to my ears, man. Financial education, financial breaching the wealth gap between the minorities and low resource people to the rest of the county, to the U.S. That's we should talk more about this, Jordan. But for today, thank you so much for your time. Won't you tell us how we can get a hold of you guys? Website, phone numbers, so people can call you and ask for help.
Great. It's a tricky spelling, but it's philanthropiece.org. The phone number is 303-440-8484. Did you want me to spell Philanthropiece, Ricardo? Or do you
No,
think
that's all right. That's all right, Jordan. I'm going to put it down here on the description of this talk when people find it on YouTube. And we'll have your email, we'll have your website, your phone number, and people can just go there and find you.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Thanks so much.
All right, Jordan. Thank you so much. And everybody else, till next time.